Hello and welcome everyone to another exciting episode of The Aftermath. My name is Ian, and as always, I'm joined by Dylan. War never changes.
Unless it's in the stars.
Yeah, unless it's in a space variety. We are continuing our watch through of Andor. This is our part 3 of this, which means that we watched episodes 5 and 6.
A smandering of Andoring.
We are at the halfway point of this show, and oh man, did some things happen.
Oh yes.
Yeah. How do you feel?
Oh boy, them things.
Oh boy, them things. Man, there was a lot of things that took place.
Oh yeah. They've been building up to this heist to raid this Imperial Armory for a while.
Yeah.
And we see the final preparations as well as the culmination
Yes.
of these plans.
Well, I was trying to pull up what was the name of the name of episode 5 was The Axe Forgets, but the
tree remembers.
But the tree remembers is the full quote that is said in that episode. And as you said, they're like finishing up these preparations for this cool mission they're about to go on.
Right. We got some pre-finale drama.
Mm-hmm. Oh
happening
yeah.
with the crew.
How are you? If we have like a big view over all this, how are you feeling so far about this show?
Fuck Skeen.
Yes, everybody hates Skeen.
Skeen a fake ass bitch.
Yeah, dude.
Ugh.
But I know initially you had talked about like hoping that this show kind of keeps its quality, or I guess it's goodness in this espionage kind of.
It displays a good mess.
Yeah,
it's dirty.
It's dirty, and I like that.
Yeah.
As we've talked about from the very first few episodes, there's a lot of like holy shit moments where there's a lot of decisions that are made and actions that are taken, and you're like, okay,
things go wrong.
Yep. And
nobody pulls magic out of their ass.
For real. Yep.
At least it doesn't feel that way.
Yeah.
But
we are in a time in this history where there's no Jedi and no Sith.
It's as dark as it's going to get for a while.
Yeah. And so it's just the budding flower of rebellion and the oppressive galaxy-wide empire.
Yeah.
And it really does feel like that. Even a few characters make mentions of like how we've grown comfortable with the Empire's technology and just like taking what they give us.
Just barely pacified.
Yeah. But he's like, but we forget how some of the old ways were done, how, we can carve our own path.
Right.
But so far, this is as far as I've gotten in the show. And to be honest, as we watched episode 6 tonight, I don't think I fully finished episode 6.
Right.
I think I could have swore that I watched all the way through episode 6 of this season. But
a couple things you didn't remember.
Yes, I remember the entire fight sequence on getting all the credits on the ship, the transport.
Yeah. I
remember him taking off. I remember the whole fight of them like leaving the atmosphere. But then like everything after that, I don't remember.
Damn.
So I'm curious if I either had like an internet issue or I just paused it, never came back to it, or I got distracted, or I don't know. But all of a sudden, like there's a few like 5 to 8 minutes of like development that happened at the end that I was like, holy shit!
Damn.
What is happening?
I don't remember that.
I don't remember none of that. Yeah, I'm really, really loving this show.
Yeah.
It definitely is giving me
It's good.
I love it because it feels like Star Wars. All the outfits, all of the uniforms.
Got the look.
None of that. It's
walking the walk.
It also has the sound.
Mm-hmm. And then some.
Bruh, all the blaster sounds.
The TIE fighters.
TIE fighters, dude, are
beautiful.
All the little like all like the little computer noises, the Star Wars specific computer noises are all there, and I'm like, oh man, it's just, it's good.
Yep.
If there's a few things that I feel like Star Wars is to me is cool sound effects, cool music, cool costumes, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
and it has all those.
It just works.
It just works. But as we had kind of mentioned before, And the interesting thing is too, which is kind of hard, and I think on the previous episodes we kind of have like fallen short a couple times talking about the kind of like side storylines that are going on.
Yeah.
These 2 episodes had a lot of these kind of like pivots to other characters in the universe.
Right. We're still checking in with Mon Mothma.
Yes. They said his name. They said the guy, Luthen Rail. I'm not sure if that's like his code name or whatever, but Luthen's the guy who kind of set this whole mission up.
Right.
He's kind of like our point man between Mon Mothma and like the actual rebellion.
Mm-hmm.
We cut back to him a handful of times, and it was interesting to see that. And of course, we got to see Mon Mothma's like terrible home life a little bit.
Not only her husband, but her fucking daughter.
Oh
now.
my god, what a
Jesus
bitch.
Christ!
Respectfully,
no, disrespectfully. Fuck that little brat.
Yeah, don't touch your mom that way. I was gonna say something far worse, but I'm gonna self-censor myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's unfortunately stuck in that godforsaken household.
Yeah.
Doing her best to do some fucking good.
It seems like the reason why we're kind of saying all that is because, like, you can tell that she is married to another person who's, like, maybe not a politician, but is, like, in that sphere of, like...
An aristocrat of sorts.
Yes, an aristocrat of some such. And so, like, he's the man about the town who, like, has dinner parties and knows people, like we've mentioned in the past.
Right.
And I think he is, like, an investor, I think, in some capacity. Like we said, aristocrat in some way.
Part of a gentleman's club, I'm sure.
Probably. And it seems like Mon Mothma, as we know from further in the future, is obviously a leader in the rebellion. But right,
just about the de facto.
Exactly, the leader of the rebellion. But this is like the beginnings of that, and you're starting to see where I think that she's more charitable in nature, and she's probably is trying
to play the system to her favor.
Yes, and also helping other people in the process. She is trying her best, it seems like, to kind of help out the little man, opposing the Empire in some way.
As it turns out, she's one of the only little people in her neck of the woods.
Oh, right. And that's the thing is, so again, her aristocrat husband is obviously like, he's playing the game, and he's like, man, who cares?
Right.
No one cares about them. And then I think because of the comfortable life they've lived, their daughter is now a bit of a brat.
Right.
But I think the kind of double-edged sword of that is that Mon Mothma is, I think, putting a lot of herself into her work. So a lot of it comes from the fact that there's a lot of disdain here from this teenage girl, justifiably in some probably small way, because her mother's not really involved in her life, because she's probably throwing herself into her work that we know of. And that kind of comes across that way, because so I'm saying this because I don't think Mon Mothma is perfect. She comes with her own flaws, where she is kind of making things about her, and she's focusing on her work, and is not probably prioritizing her family. But at the same time, she's secretly trying to start a rebellion. So
right. She's got more pressing matters.
Not saying it justifies it, but at the same time, it's like, well, I don't know. But
fuck them.
Yeah. Dylan's like, I want a new family.
Like, I mean, really? How the fuck am I supposed to respond?
Yeah, I hate you guys.
if my own flesh and blood is devaluing,
yes,
and dehumanizing any sort of like oppressed class of people that I have the capacity to help, and I'm actually actively trying to help.
Yes.
And she turns to me and says, "Oh, nobody cares. You're just doing it to show off." I will fucking eradicate you.
I will beat you within an inch of your life.
I've brought you into this world, and I can take you out. Bet you never heard that one before.
Yep. Like my fathers before me, I will swear
Christ.
This. Dude, yeah. So anyways, we have this like main plot line, but we got all these like these little branch off plot lines, like our man. I can't remember his name. I'll look it up. Hold on. Lieutenant. No.
Gorn.
No. He's cool too. Ferrix. the security guy who was like the gung ho security man in that kind of like that corpo unit or whatever.
Oh my
he's
God.
now with
this
his
poor fucker.
He's gone back home to mom to kind of get back on his feet. Which again, hey, sometimes hey, life happens sometimes.
Yeah,
and I feel
do
like
what you got to do.
Exactly, running back home to your parents every now and then, especially whenever you're in a financial bind, or in his case, you get laid off.
Right,
shit happens. So, anyways, he's staying with his mom now, and boy,
I would hesitate to call this woman a mother.
Oh, she is.
Holy shit.
I must say, whoever the actor is,
she's fantastic.
Fantastic. Because I also
phenomenal.
love her voice.
Oh yeah.
She kind of has that well, what do you
Right.
just a little bit of that kind of raspiness, like almost like
chain smoker.
like a Yzma.
Yeah.
A little bit. Has that kind of
Right.
Yzma, like I can't do a good impression of that, but like but think of that voice in your head. Cusco's poison. Just think of that kind of that character, and that's who she is. A little lady, and she's like, well, we'll talk to Uncle Harlow.
Right.
I don't know who this guy is.
He'll know what to do.
He'll know what to do. And he's like, I don't.
Right.
I can tell he's not wanting family handouts.
Oh,
At least
no.
that's what it's coming across as. He's like,
through these conversations, quote unquote, we get the hint that there's underlying family drama. Some sort of faux pas, perhaps. Who knows? Right. But obviously, the guy is not on very good terms with his extended family. Right. For one reason or another. I think but this fucking lady, dude.
Oh my gosh, she's trying.
She like she has the mannerisms of a parent, but in conversation, she comes across as like a fucking boss, like a manager. Yeah. It's like it's just fucking weird.
I think this character is an archetype of mother in some cultures that we don't have. Yeah. Like I feel this. I feel this character, this energy that this character is giving off, and I'm like, I know that there are some cultures that have like kind of overbearing parents, or that are demanding in like different ways than probably our parents were. Right. And so like I'm hearing this lady and how she's speaking and how she's talking, and her like you're saying, kind of more boss manager-esque kind of talking down and kind of talking around an issue and like all that kind of stuff. I was like, I know for a fact someone has watched this and probably got triggered because they're like, that's my mom. Because there's probably someone out there who fits that bill. Yeah. Maybe not in the same culture that we were a part of, but yeah, who knows? I just think it's interesting.
Depends on if you're lucky enough. Yeah. To not have a parent like that.
But I think it's also it's doing a great job, I think, of building up Ferrix.
Oh yeah.
This character. I made a joke early on, and I think I realized why I made that joke now that we've watched these other 2 episodes. Yeah. Because I believe I said I think we're seeing like the villain arc for him start to grow. And like I remember making that joke because we were talking about it so much, and again I'm rewatching these episodes, and it's been a long time for me. Right. But specifically in these, whenever he's like eating, or no, I wouldn't say he's eating. He's not even doing it. He's just like playing around with cereal and a bowl of blue milk with his mom, and like having a whole he's like having a conversation with her in some way, and he's just like, oh, I can't deal with this.
Right. He's on edge.
He's pissed.
Real snappy.
He's doing this because he has to, not because he wants to. And he feels like that character that's exactly what's going on. I think he has distanced himself from his family because out of necessity to be successful in the career he's been a part of. And I think he's done well. And now it's like, I don't got nowhere else to go. Right. And I got to go back to my family.
Even deal with this fucking bitch.
Even though I really don't want to. If I feel like if he had the choice, he would have gone anywhere else but there.
Oh, of course.
But anyway, I'm just saying all that because there's a scene where we get this brief moment where in a sad moment, he's sitting there. I mean, like, frustrated, mad almost to tears. If you've ever felt that
staring
emotion,
out the window,
and he holds up this little like hollow communicator type thing and turns it on, and there's the image of Cassian Andor, Andy again, and so you're like, oh, okay, This is definitely
I need something to hate.
Yeah, I need you started this.
Right.
I wouldn't be here in this situation if it weren't for you.
Yeah. Andor.
Oh man.
Oh man.
What was the name? Come on. Schwarzwald.
Oh yeah.
From
Dude,
Big O.
I miss him.
Oh man.
I miss him so mumuch.
Oh, what a name. There's been a handful of those we've talked about.
Right.
The names you could clench
you
your
can
fist.
really rue.
Dinkelberg.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, but I think with this
McDougal.
McDougal. Oh, how could I forget McDougal? Right. That was from
Outlaw Star.
Outlaw Star, dude. Hell yeah. That's fun.
Yeah.
McDougal. Yeah. So anyways. But now to kind of focus on, I guess, what our main focus of this these couple episodes are. Mm-hmm. We're still in our little farmland area with our 6 horned sheep, sleeping on little hammocks,
going through the day-to-day practice sessions, marching, getting the look down, the talk and the walk.
Andor, also known as Clem, his secret name.
I'm Clem.
I can shoot a gun and fly a ship.
Oh my god. In hindsight, that would have been a really fucking funny duo. I'm Clem, he's Skeen.
Yeah. We're Clem and Skeen.
I'm like, Jesus Christ. Oh, that's hilarious.
Man. Just a bunch of smugglers.
Right.
That's fun. But like Dylan had said, we were kind of going through the day-to-day motions. I think also Clem at this moment is like getting familiar with the or I want to say familiar. He's kind of getting ingratiated more, where like he's now comfortable enough where he can kind of speak up and kind of say where he may be a bit more. I don't want to say maybe knowledgeable is the right word. Knowledgeable about something or whatever, and
there's still friction.
Of course,
team nobody really trusts him
exactly,
except for maybe Nemik.
Didn't you make a prediction?
He fucking died. Knew he was gonna.
Yep.
He was too nice.
He's too nice.
He's too good.
Dylan said that in the last episode, and I don't remember him dying that way.
God.
But we'll get there. We'll get there.
Yeah.
But I'm saying all that because I love Nemik. What a great character.
Yeah.
What a great, nice guy who I think really did see the best. And tried his best to...
A real freedom fighter.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, a real rebel.
The truest gun boy there ever was.
Hell yeah. And so, we get a few more shots of our boy Andor trying to hide his kyber crystal that he got as a down payment. There's this sky kyber, this very nice crystal that... I'm just going to call him Luthen because I don't have a better name for him.
Right.
Luthen gave him as like a down payment, quote unquote, where he's like, "You give me this back, and I'll give you your payment that you you require, that you're allowed, whatever."
Right.
Owed. That's the right word. So now he's trying his best to hide this thing. So he's like wearing it occasionally, has it in his boot, and has it amongst his stuff. And
our boy Skeen,
yeah,
has made no indications that he is privy to other people's things.
Yes.
Like he will go through anybody's stuff.
Yep.
Evidently.
Right.
As he's got just about all of Andor's like weapons, clothes, just like splayed out. After he was washing up one morning. Starts asking him questions, yada, 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 fucking the seeds of doubt.
Of course. And there's also this kind of like false getting to know each other. There's like a little bit of that. And obviously for strategic reasons, Andor secretly Clem is like withholding information.
He's spitballing.
Well, yeah, and he's not
stuff up on the fly.
He's not giving any sort of specifics as to where he's from, what his purpose is for being here.
Right.
He kind of avoids those questions and kind of gets, talks around the situation. For a good reason.
Yeah.
He's the only one who's like hired mercenary and only one who's paid to be here.
Mm-hmm.
And so in these conversations with Skeen, he has this really cool line where they were talking about the Empire, or they were talking about someone like wronging you.
Yeah.
And he's like, the axe forgets, but the tree still remembers. And I was like, oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's a good line.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But in this moment, there's kind of this like, okay, maybe they're kind of like, they're not friends, but maybe they're kind of,
right.
They're chumming up.
We've got basic motivations so far, nothing deeper than that.
Yeah.
But oh boy.
Yep. But then as, I think there's also, we kind of are like, if we go back to like the actual like, the Imperial base, the Gorn, Lieutenant Gorn is our inside man.
Right.
And I'm sorry, I was just reading this really quick.
Oh, I see. Got yourself a cheat sheet, huh?
A little bit. I was just trying to see if we forgot something about what part was on what episode. But basically, like we get like the understanding that there's going to be like a higher up who's going to be here, a commandant,
right?
Who's going to be showing up and wants to see how things are all spick and span, all that kind of stuff.
Partake in the festivities,
right? And I love how Gorn, I think, has also kind of played the system. His own system that he is like a lieutenant over,
right?
Where he is a superior over all these men, and I think he's like specifically being a little extra hard on them,
right?
The days beforehand,
see if it tempts them to ask for maybe a little leeway.
Exactly, and one of them does. He asks for like, "Hey man, like, hey Lieutenant, sir, is there any way we could possibly get a little bit of free time and have like just like the bare minimum?"
Right.
Here, and he's like, I'll allow it, but like make sure you get your shit done the day after tomorrow.
Right.
So again, make it their decision.
Right.
Which I think is interesting. And I was like, oh, you sly dog.
Oh yeah.
Even playing this
He's got
system.
all his ducks in a row.
Dude, yeah. So obviously now like the actual facility, the night of this fantastic event,
the Eye
is going to be,
pillaged
with fewer men around than usual.
Right.
So yeah.
Prime real estate.
Yeah. Also there's like a bunch of like there's a bunch of like references to like really cool things in this in episode 5 too that I didn't think about.
Yeah.
Like I'm going back to the idea whenever Clem and Skeen were talking, and like Skeen has like tattoos and stuff like that. Like even like little things like that where like he said like crate head.
Right.
Like Qurat, like a crate dragon.
Yeah.
And it's like I wonder what that potentially means, like as far as like a gang member or
He's probably been around the block.
Exactly. So I wonder what these like tattoos mean in the grand scheme of things. Because again, Clem knows what they are, and he's like, these other bozos don't know what it's about. They don't know who I am.
Yeah.
And so you're like, oh, okay, so what are you?
Skeen seems to
what are you?
See a bit of a kindred spirit.
Right.
Whether or not that's a positive thing remains to be seen until later, but
exactly. This too and more at 11.
Right.
But yeah. But I think that there's some really cool stuff happening, as we've already talked about before as well. I love Nemik and his like, even like we get a few moments with him in this episode too, where like you get to see how intelligent he is and how like a true rebel he is.
Oh yeah.
He's making like a manifesto of all his stuff, and he gets really excited because Clem's like, all right, I mean, I'll hear you out. And not
only the motivation, but the brain for it too.
Yeah. And it's really cool. And we'll touch on the manifesto later.
Oh.
Yeah, man. So
yeah.
I was trying to figure out what I also love the fact that Mon Mothma's husband has no idea what their drivers' names are.
That's right.
Even though I think at one point in time he has the same driver over and over again. He's like, what's his name?
Loris.
Yep.
It's more.
Yes.
I feel like he's doing it on purpose.
Probably.
Like, oh, he's just part of the help. I don't need to know his name. Just adds to the scumminess.
What a dick.
Right.
So in episode 5, this is the scene that I was talking about.
Mm.
There was an Instagram reel or like a YouTube video that I saw, and I need to find it and show it to you. It breaks down that scene of whenever they're like doing the pretend marches, they're testing it out.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden they're like, wait, there's a TIE fighter coming.
Mm.
And it goes like over to like the left side and it goes underneath a hill or like a big hill, whatever. Mm. And I was trying to think of a different word and I was like, I guess it's just a hill. But that scene where he comes back over and then he flies through like the little stream or whatever and like, rattles everything. Mm-hmm. That scene, like I saw it broken down into all its parts. Yeah. The like digital animation of it, the like water effect that like as it mists through as he's flying through, the different layers of sound that it has. Yeah. There's like 4 different or so many different layers of sound of like the actual engine, the like echo of the engine, the like the big explosion that happens. And whenever it flies through, we've talked about this in the previous episode about how I love how you can make something that is like the basic unit, a lot of times in
the jobbers.
Yes, in like the main episode, they're just the little guys that the Jedis, will take care of, no problem. Right. I love when you can make those little things like feel astronomical or feel like a threat now. Yeah. And there's a few times where that happens, where especially this is one of those moments where he like is doing a show of force and like blazes through their little camp. And, of course, they're all, like, covering their ears like, holy shit. Right. And it's like, I've never been intimidated by a TIE fighter, but damn, that's it feels the same way as like a fight, like a United States Air Force fighter jet flying over your boat or whatever with the same thing as that. If you're like, that is impressive and also terrifying. Yeah. All at the same time. That's what it feels like. But, yeah.
Good stuff.
That scene right there, and there's a few more like that. Like even like, I feel like the quality of the animation is really good. Oh yeah, it's hard to delineate. I feel like between what is real and what is CGI, because it feels all cohesive and it's really nice.
Yeah, looks pretty good.
Looks pretty, but yeah,
especially liked the meteors. Anytime it was just 1 or 2 going over, especially the sound it made.
It feels like a missile.
Like, so he's firing off fucking artillery.
Exactly. Oh, don't worry, it's just an ICBM. But yeah. So we're getting on to episode 6, which is the eye, like we're talking about, like Dylan just referenced.
Right.
We are trying our best to get everything all ready for this this journey. And so like they have their little diorama, they like kind of have a little moment at the fire where they like burn it.
Right.
They let their sheep out of the pens. They've broken down their little huts. And so now it's all just
burning the bridges.
Yep, exactly. Now you just gotta, because there's no going back.
Yep.
Once we get off, we're moving. Which I also like the idea. I love that about Star Wars too, is about like having space travel. I think it can make things more difficult. But whenever you, I, and the rest of the gang were doing Star Wars Force and Destiny, the role-playing game, which is like, for those who don't know, it's like Dungeons and Dragons, but in Star Wars. That's the one thing that I was really interested about, is like you have a different planet, you have a different space, you have like the idea of like your getaway vehicle not being to like across a country or to another side of the planet. It's like you could go off world,
right?
And obviously,
another fucking star system.
Exactly, you could run away to like a middle of nowhere planet and like really just disappear. I mean, obviously, there's like some technology where that's not so much the case, but in this scenario,
Galaxy's a big place,
and they have prepared for this. They've got the right technology, they got the right stuff. And I just think that's so interesting from like a role playing perspective and from like a story perspective. Like in this scenario, they've been here for probably months at this point, almost, or a couple of years, I think, in preparation for this moment.
Mm-hmm.
And like they're, like you said, burning the bridges. They're like packing up shop because there's no going back. Mm-hmm. Once we finish this operation, we're literally leaving the planet and like going somewhere else. Mm-hmm. And it's like, oh shit, you're right. So it's like, okay, you better make sure you got everything you want on you because there's no going back, which I think is interesting. Yeah. And I love that about the Star Wars universe, about many sci-fi-esque games like that. So I thought it was nice. Mm-hmm. But yeah. So as they're getting underway, like they're in the they separate at a certain point, and it's the two ladies and the four men, right? And they're like separating, and they're kind of getting all their stuff all ready, and they're all dressed up as what you call it,
Imperial escort troops.
Well, first they're like pilgrims. They're like dressed up as like the rest of the pilgrims,
the indigenous folk.
Yes, exactly. And then once they kind of get to a certain point, they like then switch over to imperial uniforms,
right?
And yeah, it's really cool.
Mm-hmm. They got a pretty smooth sail going so far.
They're again, like we said,
they're fall in with the rest of the troops.
They're walking the walk, and there's only one moment where I feel like a group of the other like Imperial troops kind of like give them a side eye, but then like the second the lieutenant kind of talks about them, or just kind of like makes it normal, everything's all fine. Yeah, you're like okay, and it almost gave me, I think the first time I watched this, it gave me like a false sense of hope.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Somebody's gonna know.
Well, a little bit, because you go into it and you're like, oh my gosh, but then like everything goes smoothly because obviously like there's not a whole lot of room to like question like whatever.
Right.
But obviously that's kind of a just because something happens then doesn't mean it's not going to happen.
Right. Murphy's on hold right now. The law waits for no man.
The law waits. The law shows up eventually. It's in his time though. Mm-hmm. But I love that, like, there's also this commandant they're talking about. He's like an engineer type guy, and
supposedly going to be deciding whether or not this fat cat, who is absolutely abhorred by this place and wants nothing to do with it, whether or not he's able to transfer to a different planet with his wife and son.
Yes, he's trying his best.
Right. But unfortunately, in this line of work, especially if you know that there's fuckers out trying to mess anything and everything up associated with your line of work, I mean, you can only hope for so much. Mm-hmm. And he just so happened to be lucky enough to be here today for this main event.
Yes.
So
everything's going off without a hitch.
Mm-hmm.
There's like this whole kind of what was that guy's rank? You have the Lieutenant Gorn, you have the Commandant, but what was the other guy's? He was not sure. Yeah, Colonel or something. Yeah, Colonel.
B has. How many B's does he has?
He has many B's.
Leonard with a T.
That's his son, I think.
Yeah. His wife, Roboda.
Roboda B has.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. There's like this whole kind of back and forth that they have to, this tradition that they have where there's this.
They exchange pelts.
Yes. And I love in this moment, like you really get to see the fact that this is just like a formality,
right?
Like the pelt that is given from the Empire, from the Colonel, to this like indigenous leader. It looks rough. Mm-hmm. It looks kind of like a little bit scraggly, a little bit
together.
Yeah. And and like the one that is given as an offering to the Empire has like a nice like wrap around it and like looks kind of like more brushed out or something. Like it looks like a nice pelt. That's like packaged well, clean, yeah. And it's all handed over. And there's a certain point where like the indigenous leader guy like holds it over with two hands, like the one that he's offering to them. Right. But whenever he like grabs the other one, he just takes it in one hand and just like holds it. It's like kind of holding it away from him, like
right. Stink.
Eventually, this indigenous leader makes way in the crowd and just like literally throws the pelt in the fire. I'm not sure if that's like the actual like.
I'm sure it's
ritual.
Part of I have no idea.
I don't know either.
Right.
I don't know how to speak their language, but at a certain point, it felt like it was more like an FU than anything else. I think you're supposed to keep the pelt, but they're just like, screw the Empire. Look at this shitty ass pelt.
Right.
They don't give a shit about us.
After they've exchanged these pelts, the leader asks Gorn to tell him something, which could only be the equivalent of,
"Oh man,
you're ugly and your mother dresses you funny."
Yep.
And of course, Gorn is like, "Well, I can't say that."
Yeah. So he says, "I hope that
may
the
eye be open long enough to find the good in all of us."
Which, what a diplomatic thing to say.
Right.
How nice. Way to be, Gorn.
Way to cover for him.
Yeah. You smell like ass. Right. And you look funny.
Fuck you.
He looks over there like, well, I can't translate that, buddy.
It's like, okay, let's get this party started.
Woof. But in this moment, we have our four boys sitting, waiting. Because again, they're the Lieutenant Gorn has said, like, I want you to be like the squad that follows the commandant and his family, or the colonel and his family back out.
Right.
And so they're like waiting patiently because they're like, we're waiting for the cue.
Right.
They're waiting for Vel.
Just running a little behind.
Yeah. And you can tell, like, there's a moment where, like, what was the other girl's name? Vel and Cinta. You're right, Cinta. Vel and Cinta have like gone aquatic. They've gone and they got little got wetsuits and they got this little like
handheld submersible.
Exactly. And so they're doing their thing. They get to the other side of the wall, on like the other side of the dam. They've like they jammed the communications and all that kind of stuff. Oh, yeah. And there's a moment where like Vel starts to hesitate. And this is where like they're like, we're waiting on the
it's now or never.
It's now or never. And like Vel's starting to get like cold feet.
Do it.
Push the button. So she starts to kind of like hesitate a little bit.
Right.
But then she's like, all right, let's go.
Yeah.
But yeah,
as soon as we get back down, I would have been like, "You want to tell me what the fuck was going on?
You want to tell me what was going on down
there?
Of
all the times you picked to just fucking sit there."
Yeah, dude.
Jesus Christ.
And of course, because of that, I think she's also nervous because she has to like rappel down from this dam potentially. So not only is it like, okay, we have to like really do this mission, but I think she's also a bit like, I gotta jump.
Scared.
Yeah, I'm scared.
You're right. You and everybody else, lady, beat feet.
Yeah, let's go. And that's what they do. They jump down, Mission Impossible style.
Yeah.
Belly flop down.
I'd have passed out.
Yeah.
I'd have passed out on the way down and fucking died.
I'm over here.
You'd hear me scream for like a few seconds and then I'd fucking just splat.
No, I think there's like there's a limiter. You probably wouldn't hit the ground completely. Yeah. I would hit the ground and then unleash, and you just be like, ugh, and just like swinging back and forth.
My fucking spine would break.
Yeah. You've gone limp, and I'm just like, Dylan, wake up!
Well,
we gotta do the mission. You over here? Am I dead?
I can't feel my dick.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
Like as this is going on, we're starting to get like the few like meteors that kind of fall into the atmosphere, and they're these huge.
And there's only gonna be more.
Exactly, and it's these huge orange like we said before, sounds like missiles going overhead. Communications tower guy is like, I can't hear nothing. What's going on? He's panicking. But the only thing that's open is the what is it? Aldani like air base, which is like on the other side of like this area. So like the air base
it had some other name, but I can't remember what.
Let's see. I was trying to see if I couldn't.
want to say it was further up.
Oh, further
Last
up.
time I saw.
The
Alkenzi.
Alkenzi.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Yeah. There's an air base, and that's where like it is. But yeah. So, anyways, they start moving in our squad 3 with our boys.
Right, the ragtags.
Yeah. Gorn stays outside, and he watches kind of from there and tells all the other men.
Make sure they're not disturbed.
Yeah. Clem's the last one in, so he locks the door behind them, and they're all like, "On the ground! Get on the ground!"
This is a stick-up.
This is a stick-up. And, of course, they take the wife and child hostage. Everyone's kind of freaking out because they're like, what's happening? The commandant has a blaster pistol, and he pulls it, and he's like, let the kid go. At the very least, let the kid go. And everyone's like
buddy, you were in
a
room filled with nothing but people who want to kill you and like a family. That's... You're not in a position to...
The commandant has Nemik in his sights. And so we're like...
right.
That's where I was at. I was like, oh shit, we're about to... This is it. He's cooked.
So, not yet.
Right, you're right.
As our girls are able to make it just in time.
Yeah.
They fucking brain the commandant.
Oh, bruh.
Blaster.
Yeah, he's done. And so at that point, of course, they start to, shuffle everyone around and kind of start to make demands, and they're like making their way through the base itself.
Right. They get to the safe, the vault.
Oh yeah.
And then
I love that the whole way through that the colonel is like trying to be like, I don't have the code.
Right,
like it's
you
like
don't understand.
Yeah. And like
it's remotely activated. I'm not gonna be able to do nothing.
He's like, we already know.
Yeah.
It just takes your hands scan, and either we can just take your hand or we can take you there. It just depends on what you want to do. And he's like,
greasy weasel. And
he doesn't say anything after that.
Right.
And then of course, like I love that, like obviously this plan has been thoroughly thought out.
Right.
So once they get the door open, he's like, I can't, like, you don't understand. Like, I can't unlock the latches on the credits. Like that's, like, you may be able to get in here, but
that's
like,
what we got these charges for.
Exactly. And they blast the freaking ropes off of it.
Observe.
And I love that they put all them dudes to work.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to shovel your own shit into our ship.
Right. The necessity workers.
Oh, yeah.
Motherfuckers are just gambling.
100%.
Can't see the fucking light show. Might as well bet my life savings.
I bet all my
place
cigarettes.
Sucks.
I bet all my death sticks on this. But yeah, dude. They start, putting credits in there. And I love the, like, the colonel is like breaking a sweat. He looks rough. He he's gotten fat and happy.
Right.
He hasn't had to work a day in a long time. Yeah. So at this point, obviously, he's like having a hard time pushing these carts full of credits onto the ship. And they've
because they're a little behind schedule. After the lights have been cut out, Gorn makes his way down to the vault to check up on him, see what the fuck's going on.
Right.
And as soon as Bihaz hears his voice, he slowly turns all wide-eyed. It's like,
what?
You'll hang for this. To which Gorn replies, buddy, I deserve so much fucking worse. 7 fucking years under your command?
Yeah. I demand where I
consigned to the flames.
Exactly. Crazy.
Right.
But yeah, I love, I mean, it really is a stick up. They're like, move.
Oh, yeah.
Get these credits on the ship now.
We're on a fucking time crunch.
Yeah, exactly. And then in between this, there's some communications between, I think it's Nemik and Cinta.
Yeah.
And in between this, one
of our communication officers overhears their little conversation and immediately rounds up some of his boys to make their way down there, see what the deal is.
Right. Corporal Kimsey was his name.
Just had to do his job.
Of course.
Couldn't just look at the pretty lights.
And bro, I think this is so hilarious.
Yeah.
In the process of going down there, he's like, yo, what's going on? And of course, Gorn, who is like his commanding officer,
right,
is like,
this is part of a classified mission, which you are not privy to the details of. Return to your post now.
Right. And then he looks at his at Gorn's superior,
right,
the
Mr.
colonel,
Mihaz.
who is like trying his best
out
to
of
like
breath, holding his chest.
Yeah. He's like,
this motherfucker has space heart disease.
Right. And of course, he's not responding at all. And he's like,
tell him they need to leave.
Tell him they need to leave. Come
right
on.
now. And then he just fucking falls over.
He has a heart attack. He just straight up keels over. And I'm like, that's so
like,
funny.
Well,
okay.
Shit.
So Corporal Kimsey is like running down there, like, actively trying to like.
And after he sees that, he's just fucking readies his weapon. Yep. Blasting.
Yeah. So there I was, Baja Blast.
Right.
And then that's when the firefight starts. And dude, I don't know if you noticed it, but like I love the guns in Star Wars. I love the rifles, the pistols. I love all the different like variations of the size and shape of them.
I think
and like
my favorite part about this has been the Space AK series rifle that Cinta's been using.
Yes. It's nice. I love it.
It's
it's a prime form factor. Right, it works. Right. And there you go. I can guarantee you, if we can make a laser weapon, it would look like an AK at some point.
Yeah.
But there are a handful of other rifles that like the other team loading up the credits has that like are a very specific shape,
Star Wars type weapon.
Right. And there's a few, I don't know their names by heart, but I know what they look like, and I just love the look of them. They look so nice. And again, the sounds that they're making as like this little firefight's taking place. It's just
a couple of E11s in there.
I love it. So nice.
Beautiful.
Yes. And
as this gun bout ensues, as everyone's trying to like make their way into the rail ship, our boy Terraman, in an effort to free up Cinta, because she's like pinned down behind a couple of pallets or some shit.
Yeah,
he is shot right through the back.
Yep, doesn't make it.
He's done.
We also kind of find out, like, we learned a lot more about him too, about the fact that he is kind of a bit hard and likes to give orders because
he used to be a stormtrooper.
Yep. Like, oh, wow.
Yep.
That's interesting. And not only that, but we also learned that, like, and you should have been there when Cinta, found out.
Yeah. Her whole family was killed by stormtroopers.
And it's like, oh, man. So I love that, like, we're really getting some, like, these little nuggets of backstory. But it's just enough where you go, like, again, it's enough where you can put the pieces together.
Right.
Where you're like, oh, so, like.
Damn.
Yeah. You guys really don't trust each other. You guys do a little bit probably now, more than they do Clem. But, yeah, you guys were all just a bunch of baddies.
Raggedy.
Yeah. I'm still trying to understand why Skeen was really there. Like, I'm trying to figure out if he was like double faking or like, because at a certain point we do get a moment where they're at the campfire after like Clem stands up and tells why he's really there. There's this kind of back and forth where Skeen runs up and takes the Kyber crystal from underneath his shirt, and he's like, "This is Sky Kyber. This guy's freaking running around with a treasure around his neck."
Right.
He's out here. We have no idea what he's here for, and he's running around with freaking 30 grand on his neck. What is this about?
Right.
What is this bullshit? And of course, there's this whole like, and like again, they've already packed up camp and they're like starting the mission. Like they're in transit to the base when that whole thing happens. So it's like there's no going back. Like we got to keep moving.
Yeah.
And at a certain point in time, Clem, Andor, aka, takes a deep breath and he's like, "I was paid to be here.
Right. I'm a merc.
I'm a mercenary. I'm paid to be here, and if I can't go into this mission looking over my shoulder the whole time. If you can't deal with that, then that's just is what it is."
Right.
I know you guys are all scared, and they're like, "Oh no, we're not." And I was like, "Oh yeah, yes you are. We're all scared." And they're like, "Oh, maybe you are." So this whole back and forth, this kind of, pissing contest. But at the end of it all, I do like that little fight because it does feel. It felt very real. Yeah. It felt very much like. It kind of got out of hand. And of course, poor Vel's
just clear the bullshit right now.
Poor Vel's trying her best to say, "Okay, people, pack up your shit and let's go." Shut up. Give him back his freaking fancy rock and Let's keep moving.
Right.
So anyways, there's that whole thing happening. And I say all that because now we kind of like later in the mission when they kind of set up camp at the actual base. And this is far before this whole fight sequence. As I'm remembering things, turns of events, I'm saying them. But at the camp,
to sort of mediate.
Yes.
Cinta convinces Skeen to go over and tell Andor about his dead brother.
Yeah.
Just to get some mud out of the water just a little bit.
Open up a bit about him and like tell him about yourself and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
And so he shares this story about how like, it's a very believable story. His brother had a farm and of course was end up getting everything taken up by the Empire.
Right.
And then ends up committing suicide because he can't handle I think it was like the debt or the whatever the repercussions
whatever
were.
strain they put on him.
Right. And so he thought it'd be better to just fill his pockets full of rocks and jump in the river.
Yep.
And that's sad. And you're like, okay, well, shit. So at that point, Clem's like, well, all right.
Yeah.
Sorry to hear that, man. And of course, Skeen's like, that's about as good of an apology as you're going to get out of me. And he's like, hey,
that's close enough.
It's close enough.
Right. A glimmer of hope.
Right.
That everything would go okay.
Yes. So again, we're kind of getting more. We're slowly but surely, I think, falling in love with the rest of these characters. And then, what was that? What was the stormtrooper guy's name? Tarriman ends up getting killed. Just shortly before that, there's also a blaster bolt that flies over, and I think it also hits Gorn in the chest.
Oh yeah, he's dead.
But again, I hesitate to think that he's dead because like there was not really a focus on him. Like he gets hit.
Oh yeah, it was quick.
It was quick. But I hesitate to think that he's.
I think he got shot in the head.
Really? Okay.
It looked like it. Yeah.
Probably. I thought he got shot like in the upper arm. Is what I thought. So I thought there's like it's like the old trope of like if they don't really show you that he's dead, he's not really dead. We saw everyone else get shot and killed. We saw everyone else get offed.
Right.
But his was the only one that was like very quick, and it was like, oh. So the reason I'm saying that is I haven't watched any of the future episodes, so I'm not trying to like hint at anything. I'm just speculating now. We'll
see.
Is that poor guy just going to have like a wounded arm and now has to like really get hanged for his actions? Like I don't know. That's who knows. But the thing is, I'm saying that because we did focus on the stormtrooper guy, where like he was dead, and there's a moment where like the camera hangs on him and he's not moving, and she's like, "We gotta go," and that's it. So they close up the doors and go, and I'm left wondering like, what happened to Gorn? Yeah. Like I know, again, it was quick, but that's why I'm speculating that.
Right.
I don't know. And then in this moment, of course, they
the chase ensues.
Oh, dude,
TIE fighters have been deployed from the airbase after that one fucker.
Yes,
radioed.
And he's like, we got to move. We got to get going. Yep. So he goes and he's like, everyone hang on to something.
Yeah.
And
God damn, poor Nemik.
And bruh, isn't it
behind one of these pallets full of these Imperial credits?
Yeah.
And he is just sandwiched.
Crushed. His lower half is like crushed.
Right. They pull him out and he's just like, I can't feel my legs.
Bruh.
Like,
that's terrifying.
Yeah.
But isn't that the case, though, whenever you really warn somebody a couple times to hold on and, like, someone doesn't end up holding on? I feel like that's always the case. I'm always like, hold on, everybody, brace for impact. And everyone's like, huh? And then it happens.
The
like
worst shit happens.
Yeah. And I feel like that's always the case.
Right.
But unfortunately, it is Nemik in this case. And so they pull it off. He's, like, panicking. And they, of course, the dude, I mean, like, straight out of Helldivers.
Yeah.
Vel is like, don't worry, it's a med spike, and stabs this man in the chest with this green liquid.
Right.
And he's just like,
keeps it just coherent enough.
And man, he is going wild.
Right.
She sedates him, and of course, he's trying to get out of there. And the whole reason they did that was because Nemik has that old fashioned like guidance computer,
right.
The one that
speak and spell.
Exactly, the one that can work off the grid and doesn't have to work with the Imperial stuff or whatever.
Right.
So he's standing there, and they're like slumping him over as he's like sitting there, and of course he's like trying to give out coordinates and all that kind of shit.
He's like, go up.
Yeah, he's like, pull up.
Climb.
Climb. And he's like, there's no way. And he's like, just freaking
like, the
climb.
fuck you mean?
Yeah, so he does, and he ends up like making it through this little patch of all these like asteroids and all these little cool, like it's so cool.
Oh yeah,
green, blue, orange,
a kaleidoscope,
hues. Dude, it's so cool. As these TIE fighters are like panicking, moving around, and end up like trying to shoot. I can't see him. I can't catch him. And then, of course, like, there's a moment when he's like, dive back in, and whenever you level back out, go full throttle. So he's giving him all these like stuff, giving him vectors and all that shit.
Mm-hmm. And they make it.
Bruh. And then, of course, I love the freaking, like, the TIE fighter explosions, the debris, the shit happening everywhere. I was like, oh my God, it's so crazy. Because, again, they're trying their best, but there's no from all of it.
You can only do so much.
And also, as all of us know here, as super crazy Star Wars nerds, TIE fighters don't have shield generators.
Yep.
So, in case you didn't know that, now you do. That is a big thing. You gotta be careful with TIE fighters.
That's
And
right.
I think if I'm not mistaken, I think X-wings do have it, which is the kind of there's a talking point there where they're better in some ways.
Right. The trade-off between the Empire and the Rebellion is that the Rebels have the market cornered on starfighters, whereas the Empire has capitals for days.
And also fleet ships.
Oh yeah,
star destroyers. They can just keep pumping out TIE fighters if it needs to. So yeah. But yeah, so this is the part where, like I said, this is all new to me. Once we start getting outside of this area, I don't remember anything that happens after this.
Damn.
They exit. I remember the discussion that happens, the fact that Nemik is like, important.
All right. On death's door.
Right. He's looking pale too.
Mm-hmm.
So we're like, oh no. Obviously, there's this kind of split where Vel does not want to jeopardize the mission, but at the same point, Skeen is like, if we wouldn't be here without him. And this is where I'm getting kind of confused with like a both and scenario, because I feel like Skeen was probably lying and was and was trying to help himself out. But then there's these moments
just waiting for the opportunity.
Right. But I do think there's moments like this where it's like, I do think that he probably did care a little bit, but maybe not. Maybe I'm just being naive.
And he's probably just maybe hoping for a situation like this, or just making the best of whatever situation he's been in. He clearly has loyalty issues, given how many gangs or what have yous he's been a part of.
Right.
But, yeah.
Yeah. And this is also interesting because there's like a moment before they end up like going to actually do the heist in the vault and all that, or Vel does, where she leaves Cinta there and is like, please let me know you'll be okay. And I think there's also this kind of like this insinuation that there's a romance there between them. But like, I don't understand like what happens with Cinta now, because like she is like dressed up as an Imperial officer and is now like going out and to like
she stayed behind.
Yeah, and so I'm curious as to what that's all about. Because now, so the reason I'm saying that was, and because I think it brings back around to Gorn too, is like, so we now have two people that stayed behind, or one that I think is presumed dead but may not be fully dead. We left behind Stormtrooper guy because he's definitely dead, and now we got Cinta, who's also here almost willingly ?
Yeah.
But I'm almost
may have been just part of the plan for her to stay behind.
But I'm also kind of confused too, because like everyone has seen her face. So unless she just like goes off into seclusion with the local tribe people, maybe that's what she did.
Yeah,
that could be a thing. So that could be. Again, we may learn all this and more in next episode. Probably. Right. I'm just speculating because
we'll see.
I'm interested. But they end up going to this moon. It's a moon of the planet Fresno, which I think is interesting. Not California.
Right.
And dude, I didn't know this, but apparently
this fucking doctor.
Yeah, apparently his name is Quad Paw.
Right.
Which is interesting because he's got 4 hands. Which I was like, but man, what a cool doctor.
Yeah,
he's trying his best.
I gotta ask, man, is that your real name or just a nickname?
That's my nickname. You can't pronounce my real name.
Forearms.
But yeah. So, he's doing his doctor work, trying his best. And then outside, we get this back and forth. And this is the thing we've been hyping up for this whole episode, I feel like. This, between Skeen and Andor, there's this back and forth that's going on.
Right. They're sitting outside the medical tent.
Yeah.
While Quad Paw is doing the deed.
And Vel's inside with, staying beside Nemik.
Right.
And there's like, at first it's like kind of an innocent conversation where he's like...
Do you think he'll be okay?
Yeah.
Maybe he'll get lucky.
Right. And he's like, man...
It's what the galaxy runs off of.
Luck, it seems like.
But
then...
he just asks, how much do you think is in there?
Yeah, and this is where...
Yeah. Fuck.
That first question, how much do you think is in there?
Right.
I was like... What I thought was going to happen was he was going to test him. And this is why I got kind of confused, like a both and thing. Maybe I'm being too gullible for Skeen. I know he's bad, but like I felt like maybe he did kind of care. Maybe he didn't. Who knows? I thought that he was kind of like testing him to see if he would bite, but maybe it was because he like kept prolonging it that I think Skeen probably really did mean to take the money and go. Yeah, he's like, I think that I wager there's probably 80 million in there. He's like, we can take it, 40 million credits both ways.
Right.
We can run off. I know this little place. It's a little moon. It's got nobody on it.
Right.
We'll take it out there. None's the wiser.
And that'd have been like after everything.
Yep.
That we just went through. Like, Jesus Christ, man.
It says that he states that he is a rebel, but it is him against everyone else.
Right.
Kind of making that reference that
look out for number one.
That Andor kind of also made earlier as well. Kind of talking about the fact he's like, it's kind of a me against everyone else.
Right.
And then he kind of tries to have this like little kindred moment where he's like, hey, like I know that you and I are kind of the same.
Right. As soon as you walked in, I knew you were just like me.
Yeah. You kind of doing whatever you got to do to help your old self out. We were, what did he say? We were born in the pit. Born in the pit.
Used to crawling over other people
to get our way out.
Yeah.
And I was like, ooh, okay. Yep. Which, again, he's not totally wrong.
Right.
But I do think that Andor has a little something else in him.
No, Andor is, at heart, a decent person.
Yes.
And is not quite so willing to just cut the rope and go.
Yeah. And then at this moment, this is when Andor kind of questions about it. He's like, well, what about your brother in the farm and all that kind of stuff? He's like, I don't have a brother.
Yeah.
Lied about
it's all bullshit.
And at that point, it's
I'm
like,
a crook.
Oh.
It's like, oh, okay. I see now.
I see.
Right.
He suggests hiding the stolen payroll on a moon about 8 parsecs away and pocketing the loot.
Right.
And this is the part that surprised me. And you were here when it happened. Because
as soon as he's like just about rounding out the conversation, posing the offer to him, Andor fucking just gets up, pulls out his gun, and shoots him right then and there.
Dylan made it feel a little bit more nonchalant. When I tell you that, like, I think Andor was already kind of standing up. He pulls out that gun he not only pulls out the gun, he pulls up and blasts his ass fast that I was like, holy shit!
He just quick draw McGraw.
He just did that.
Yep.
And I was like, and that's the same kind of reaction I had at the first episode whenever I watched this show. Like, it just happened. And I was like, you just shot him. Holy shit, you just killed Skeen. Yep. And at that point, and then it's the same sort of thing where he's like, what
do I do now?
Bruh.
Right.
Shoots him dead with a blaster. Bruh. And
disgusted.
Dude. And when I tell disgusted, period. When I tell you, bow. And then this is the interesting part. Andor comes walking in there.
Gun at the ready.
Yeah, and of course the doctor's like, he's already like putting the cover over Nemik saying, I tried everything, I can't. And we're like, oh man, it's so sad.
Fucking dead.
And then Vel has her back turned at this point. But then the doctor's like holding up all 4 hands like, hey man, I tried my best. I did everything I could, man. I'm sorry.
Bring it back.
But then this is where I got kind of confused. He says that he offers to buy the doctor's ship for it was the ship. I thought he said the tent or whatever. He said I would buy it for 30,000 credit, which is twice of what it's worth.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Vel's like, where's Skeen? Skeen? He's like, oh, he's dead.
Right. That fucking rat's sucking dirt right now.
Yep. Sucking dirt. He wanted to take the money and leave them behind. Vel doesn't believe him and describes Andor as a disgusting bastard. Which, I mean...
At one point,
yeah.
Hard to deny.
Yeah. And so this is where it gets kind of interesting because I'm like, I don't know, man. He then takes off the kyber crystal. I think it's the Kawadi signet. He takes it off.
Take the rock.
Yeah, he's like, take the rock back to your friend, and I'm taking my share of the money.
Yep.
And
that's all I'm getting. I'm getting out of here.
And then, and this final moment, she's like, "But wait, Nemik wanted you to have his manifesto," and he's like, "I don't want it." And he's
take
like,
the book.
He insisted, take the book. And so I'm curious now as to where this goes.
Yeah, me too.
I wonder what the manifesto says. I wonder what's going to happen next. Oh, and then of course at the very, very end, the tail end of it, they're obviously like the Imperial Security Bureau.
Oh yeah,
the ISB
the
dude.
Suits.
Bruh, this guy, the main man, calls in everybody in the conference room. He's like, don't get comfortable. This isn't a meeting.
Mm-hmm.
Notify your teams. Notify your families. You're not leaving.
Right.
I want to get
fucking red.
Yeah, I want to get this shit figured out, and we're gonna get some reports done by midnight tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Adjourned.
Bonkers.
Be gone.
Right.
And then of course our man Luthen is in his space, doing his thing, swabbing up people, selling shit. Right. And this guy, at first I thought he was an inside man.
Yeah, like, so I got here for you.
Yeah.
But he asks if he has any artifacts from Aldani.
Yeah.
And he's like, what the fuck did you just say to me? And he's like, oh, yeah, because I mean, the rebels.
Yeah, just big rebel attack. Yeah.
And he's like, oh,
this big rebel attack just happened.
Right.
Or whatever.
Right. And so he's like, oh, I don't know. I'll have to check. Let me
go check in the back. He's like, oh, I was joking.
Right. And as soon as he gets back there, he's like, you can see the relief on his face. Motherfucker starts laughing his ass off.
He's like, hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But now, obviously, I'm curious as to what he's going to say now because literally everyone's dead except for Vel.
Yeah.
Well, Vel and Clem. And I think, you're right. You're right. Regardless, everyone's gone except for Vel, and then now Clem's kind of on the run. It was what it feels like.
Right.
So I'm curious as to what's going to happen now because that's. We also don't get to see, Clem. Well, I guess now Andor is the mission's complete now.
Right. Clem is no more.
Clem's no more. I'm just curious. We don't get to see him take off in the ship, so I wonder if he actually did leave the money behind. And, yeah, that's crazy, man.
Yeah. Can't wait to see what happens next.
Was he promised 50,000 credits? Was that the original bid?
I'm not sure. I don't remember.
I sneakingly think that it was something like, or it was 20,000. I can't remember what it was. It was a lot of credits that he was promised, and I was interested as to what, because he said he's going to pay for that ship for 30,000, and I'm just curious as to what, how much money would he be left with? Is the curious thing. But
what's the budget?
What's the budget looking like? How many credits are we talking about for here? I know it was towards the end of the episode. Gosh, dude, I'm not gonna lie, dude. Even with ad blocker, which I do have, I will
fucking
admit,
obnoxious.
dude. Any kind of Wikipedia page is even with the blocker, there's so much.
Stand this
there's
bullshit.
So much. I can't enjoy the website anymore.
Right. I can't even see what I'm trying to read.
Yeah.
Disgraceful,
bruh. Okay. Well, anyways, I'll probably look it up. And
it was offered a lot
of money, but I'm curious now as to how much money he either has or will have because it's So yeah. But anyways, what a fun! I have really been enjoying this show a whole bunch.
Me too.
I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Do you have any new projections? Any things you want to You want to throw out there while we still have the...
Well, nothing's
because I've been
just yet. I feel like I still gotta recollect.
Yeah, I feel like we are at the halfway point. So I think this is a cool, like this was like the first arc. Yeah. So now I feel like we're about to head into like the second arc, whatever that may be. So I do think that our next part, episode 7 and 8, is going to be like the
aftermath.
Yes, but I think it's also going to be like the setup for what like that second thing is.
Yeah,
don't know what it is yet.
The next big thing.
I do have a feeling that Luthen's going to be pissed.
Of course.
I mean, obviously, but I do have a feeling that like he's going to be.
It got done, but what the?
At what
couldn't
cost?
Quite stick the landing, huh?
Yeah, dude. Because Vel's now out, and she was like, her whole goal was to be on this planet, Aldhani, to like make this thing happen. I wonder what kind of role she's going to play now in the rebellion now. Right. Does she like work at the shop with Luthen, or like how does that pan out? It's like I'm curious as to what or is her character done? Like I don't know. Right. Like I'm curious about that.
All in good time.
Yeah, dude. I want to know more about Mon Mothma's bitch ass family.
Yeah.
And I want to know.
Actually, I don't.
You don't?
I want her to fucking get the hell out of there.
That's kind of what I want. That's what I mean. Like I want to see them get their getting.
Right.
I want to see them get what they got coming to them.
Right. I got some divorce papers and a little extra something from me.
Yeah. Yeah. And
you can have our daughter.
Yeah, and you too, daughter.
Fucking Jesus Christ.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. So anyways, interesting. Excited.
Yeah. It's gonna be good.
All right. Well, you guys know how to get in touch with us. We have comment sections on Spotify and on YouTube where you can reach out to us. If you go to YouTube, you can type in @Hindsight Studios and find all of our podcasts there. And you can subscribe and like and let us know if there's any kind of movies or anything you want us to watch too. Because I mean, we're open. I'm trying to get. I'm in talks. I'm in cahoots with John potentially and Kobe, Ethan. So we're gonna probably have some more guests on. It'll be really fun.
Oh yeah.
So stay tuned, and until next week.
See ya.
Bye bye.